And when it was just them two in the apartment, right?
Yes.
And Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me go.
So I would imagine like the most accurate time would probably be the evening after Neon and Lockhart have gone home from talking about the heist and doing a little bit of planning for the heist. Because that would be really the first time that Kaya and Legacy have been alone and quiet in the apartment.
So riddle me this. Do you want this map or like this one because like a window view?
I kind of like the apartment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to not have Neon and Lockhart there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. And it's been a while. Got my piece of gum ready. Locked and loaded.
Been a while.
So, the chain of events that have happened is fucking weekend of hell.
Yup.
Immediately after, we spent one night home. Then we met everyone at the bar.
I don't think we even got one night home.
Yeah, I think it's the same fucking day.
Yeah, because you got home. It was the morning after. Mm-hmm. It was early. You went to see Maxine, and then got home, and then went out to get sushi, and then visited Ben Getty, and then went home to go to bed.
Well, see, no.
Legacy.
Neither one of us.
I think you went to. No, yeah, because Kaya stayed for Larry, and you went to Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So next day, and that's when the girl squad met up at the apartment.
Mm-hmm. Next day, they got home like late morning, early afternoon, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately within an hour or two of that, had ended up with Neon coming over because that was lunch that she came over.
Yeah.
And then Leon was hanging around as we waited upon Lockhart to come closer towards dinner.
I think Neon left to go get her fucking hair color thing, and then she was coming back for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, that night after the conversation would be the first real time that they were in the apartment alone for an extended period, without the anticipation of somebody showing up fairly soon.
Yeah.
So it would be the first real time that either of them had to, like, sit with shit.
Yeah, to be on their own with their own thoughts without not a stranger, but not a person who wasn't so familiar that you could be by yourself with them. But we'll pick up this at towards the evening, towards twilight, with the artificial lights of the station dimming, and the solar panels turning outward so they don't reflect sunlight in towards the station. And it's always fun to see the almost event horizon-like wave of darkness just slowly creep over the station like a big blanket. And Kaya and Legacy are alone in their apartment, unperturbed by any outside forces. I fully anticipate that there was maybe a television on, maybe a news broadcast, maybe something, but it was quickly turned off, and just no television was enjoyed for a bit. But Larry, sitting upon his upon the table, just not even really conscious, just seemingly in a sort of middle state of relaxation and quiet. He is more or less asleep.
I imagine Legacy is... because she has projects now, which she is always notorious for just sinking into whatever project, is fiddling with something regarding the bugs. Whether that be tweaking the conceptual frame, or with a laptop working on a program, sitting on the couch.
Kaya also has projects. She's probably working on one where she can sit on the couch and work with it, and she probably slides over to Legacy, taps her left wrist, and just hand motion give me a hand, and then yeah.
Barely, without even thinking, just offers hand.
Yeah. There's no words needed to be exchanged. Tap hand, give hand. Okay. Kaya takes hand, fucking measures out wrist size, puts hand back.
She's
Kaya
takes a minute before she says anything, finishing what she's doing, and then she looks over towards Kaya, trying to see what she's doing.
Kaya's working on her bracelet project. She's taken Legacy's wrist measurements, and you see, by the time you look over, she's taking her own wrist measurements now. And she got a piece of paper of everyone's wrist measurement, and she's guesstimating to make sure that, okay, this thing is adjustable for everyone.
I really hope you're not making handcuffs.
I mean, I imagine she's got her marble notebook open on the table. You could see that Kaya titled it The Saving Grace Project.
Still looks like handcuffs to Legacy.
Oof.
Saving Grace. It's mild concern and confusion in Legacy's face now. You wanna tell me something there?
What are you talking about?
Gestures vaguely towards all the things she has in front of her.
Oh, this is a little project I thought of. She'll nothing major.
It comes off, right?
Of fucking course it comes off. Look, she start flipping through pages, and she's look, it's a bracelet, and it basically, it's an SOS button. You hit a button, and I'm gonna make 2 of them, and it'll alert the other bracelet of where you are when you hit the SOS button. Because I don't want that to happen again. So yeah, saving grace. One of these are for you. And I want you to wear it as often as possible.
The confusion and concern shifts into understanding, and then shifts into something pretty unreadable for Legacy. And she just gives a slow nod and then turns back towards her laptop without comments.
Okay, just turns back to working on her project.
Do you really think an SOS is going to be enough?
I can only hope it'll be. I mean, if shit goes wrong, I'd hope that having your location and knowing as soon as shit goes wrong that I could help, that we could, help and get back home. So it's something. It's fucking better than nothing. It's gotta be better than nothing.
See Legacy's fingers kind of clench and release and flexing, working her muscle a little bit.
You alright?
I don't know.
You wanna talk about it? Or talk, I don't know, at me about it?
Kind of glances at her on the side of her eye. Earlier you said you didn't want us to talk about it.
Well, that's because we weren't home yet. And if I had talked about it then, I probably would have broke down, and that wouldn't have been useful at all. And I want to at least get both of us home, out of the fucking woods, before starting to think about all of this shit. But I mean, we're here now, and if shit's bothering you, it's not good to keep it bottled up. So if you want to talk, I'm here, Legs.
We knew where she was. We knew where she was the entire fucking time. She texted me. And we just weren't fast enough.
I know, Legs. I keep thinking about it, if we had not run into the fucking psycho in the sewers, if we would have made it in time, or if it was just too late at all, or if we could have done anything. But I'm trying to get a solution. Something to at least help it,
Is Kaya actually looking at Legacy right now, or no?
Yeah.
You can see she has very pointedly not been looking at you. Just kind of staring at her laptop screen. And your jaw clenching and kind of grinding a little bit. She was there because of me.
What? What are you talking about?
I yelled at her so much about fucking telling Too Cute what was going on, and she left. she would have been at Veloska's with us. If I could have kept my goddamn mouth closed.
Legs, it's not your fault. You know, Lynn. You know, once she makes her mind up about something, you can't really change it. And I also snapped at it too. And I called her later, like after she left, and I apologized for her, but she still wanted to go to the hotel instead. And I mean, just, it's not your fault, Legs. I know it feels like it, but it's not. You know? Don't blame yourself for that.
And she's still got jaw and neck tense. And you probably know the stubborn set of the jaw. Like, yeah, no. She got so far in over her fucking head. Because she was upset and wanted... Knowing her, she wanted to prove herself because I had called her stupid in doing what she did.
Look. Even if, like, it's not your fault. That is a choice you made, and it sucks, but it led to that. Not what she fucking deserved, not what anyone fucking deserves, but it's... You didn't do anything wrong, because Lynn did bring in two people who weren't involved into something dangerous. And, I mean, you had every right to, you know, ask her why the fuck would she do that. Doesn't make what happened to her alright. But everyone makes mistakes. And unfortunately, while trying to rectify them, it leads them down a path that no one could expect. And you know there's only one fucking person to blame for this, and it's certainly not you.
And there's no, like, anxious, like, tapping of the fingers, drumming against the keyboard. Not typing, just drumming. She seems to be trying to say something, but keeps just, like, letting out, like, a little sigh where she's not finding the words.
Mm-hmm.
And it's making her increasingly more agitated.
Kaya is patient. She will wait for Legacy to find her words.
So, I will say, we're in a session. Legacy, you rolled a nat 20? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Me figuring out something.
Okay. Kaya, roll a clever check.
Hush.
And Legacy, what is your cool defense. Or, instead of saying that, you can roll cool. I'll let you choose. And I will let you add your hacking to this.
So what comes first?
Kaya, you roll your clever check and then legacy. You either tell what is your cool defense, or you can tell me, or you can roll 2d6 plus your hacking and your cool stat, which I think is 0.
No, my cool is actually 1. It's the strength that is the dump stat.
There you go. Perfect.
Can I boost this?
Yeah, absolutely. This counts. You can boost it.
Okay.
I'm mildly concerned about what you're about to do here.
Same.
So now legacy, you have to choose roll or defense.
There's 13
What's your roll?
rolled.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 1.
So have Kaya and Legacy ever had like a really, really intense conversation? Nothing to the same gravity of what they're talking about now, or what they're dancing around at least, but have they ever talked about anything heavy before?
Kaya has not. She'd be open to listening to Legacy talk about something, but Kaya would not have shared.
Depends on if Kaya ever went digging into Legacy's past, asking questions about it.
She wouldn't.
Then yeah, Legacy... Her most intense conversations were Legacy's adamant conspiracy theory shit, then probably. I imagine Legacy talked a little bit more at length with Lindis, because she's known her longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
no, you go ahead.
Probably most intense conversation with Kaya would be if Legacy ignored safety protocol for something. Like, or was generally using something wrong and not using the proper safety equipment for something.
Eyes glazed over during lecture.
Mm-hmm.
Sat there to make her happy, not listening.
Oh yeah, that's probably the most intense Kaya has got, like, intense conversation from Kaya.
Okay. So you've never really, either of you have never really been in the setting that you currently find yourself, in your apartment, in a seemingly more empty version of your apartment. And you can look outside and you can see the station turning and cars rolling by and people walking, lights flickering. You can see all of the neon across the station from all the different wards, but it honestly feels like looking out the window is more like looking into a TV screen. And this derealization and sort of abscess that you have in this social situation, you are struggling to understand the mood of the room, Kaya, but you know that there's very clearly something wrong, and Legacy is very intently diving into the computer, because that is what Legacy knows. That is home. But not only is it home, it is a place of power and control, where Legacy is able to pack the biggest possible punch. That is where she is chaos. And you only understand that she's doing this. You don't fully grip why or what the feeling is behind it.
You made 2 roommates who were really close, but have never really opened up before.
There is a familiarity and a closeness and a very clear bond. But it was never a bond made between 2 people. It was a bond shared between 3. And when you take one of the spokes out of that build, it's not what it once was. You have to make something new. You have to start over almost. And you're not starting from scratch. You've got a lot to work with. But there's a palpable sense of that no matter what you build or what you code, it's going to change. The apartment can stay the same, or it can be rearranged, or you can move. But that structure you had, it will follow you, and it will demand your attention, and it will demand that you change it, or it will fall apart. And you both are smart enough to know this. It goes unspoken. You don't have to have excellent social mores to be able to read that.
And the thought is gone now.
Oh no. What was that roll for? You're not 20.
That's what's gone now.
Aw.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Because now my brain is filled with the description you gave made me think like a fucking tri-leg stool. Of any 2 parts of it are gonna just chaotically wobble back and forth, and so the third needed stability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a glue that you didn't know that was there. Each one of you was a load-bearing weight in the relationship. That was the 3 of you. And now it's just you 2 trying to figure out how to build something with the pieces you have, or if you can.
Legacy just gets more and more agitated until she hits a point where she, just with her fully mechanical hand, she trusts the grip in it a little bit more, scoops the laptop up, still open. It's a fairly small, lightweight one of her what she calls trash laptops. She's not afraid of tossing if she needs. And she just, holding it in one hand, gets up and starts pacing, which is not wholly uncommon for her. Whenever she gets a little too lost in the weeds of something, and it just becomes a little too much, she has a tendency to just fucking pace the apartment no matter the time or convenience of it. But now the agitation has grown enough that she can't help but start moving, and starts pacing the length of the kind of living area back and forth. And there's a moment where she kind of pauses at one end behind the couch. So she is more back to back with Kaya than facing her or having Kaya face her directly. And she pauses. And just shakes her head. Did either of us ever tell you how we met?
I don't think so. You won't tell me now?
She was just growing, and it didn't seem like it was ever going to stop. And she was good with computers. She wasn't bad. But it was just... it was too much. She needed help. Somebody to streamline in ways she didn't understand how to. Somebody to organize. Somebody to tell her the pieces she needed for her computer exactly when she upgraded. It was a gig. I thought it was going to be one and done, you know, just another couple bucks, something easy and fast. I wouldn't have to think about it. But for some reason, she fucking liked me. Do you know? Do you know what it's like to just kind of coast through and not have friends? I mean, I had a few when I was a kid, but they were kid friends. Kid friends don't fucking last. But she thought I was funny. She didn't care when I yelled and when I threw things and when I got in arguments with her. And nobody was like that.
She was something special.
Like, he just kind of like looks down the hall towards the closed doors. And there's a couple of muttered words that you don't quite catch, very much more towards herself than to the room. And she paces another circle, another, and about through the third, the laptop goes flying into a wall. And she just stares at it.
Yeah, you throw the laptop and it just shatters against the wall. There is the deafening crack and twist of plastic, and all of the fragile internal components are now partially exposed. Like the cracked shell of a crab. It's just broken, split in two at the screen on the ground.
Guy's gonna get up and slowly walk over to Legacy. Probably just stand right next to her.
Legacy is again just tensed and not even looking at you, just staring at the laptop, and the mix of emotions that she's been just kind of flying through and blending together has turned into something kind of ugly.
Fine, ugly?
Just a bitterness and anger, but not the rage that Kaya had, but something very cold.
Kaya's gonna stand next to Legacy. Not touch her, but close enough that you know she's right there. If you want to reach out even just a little bit, she's right there for her. She just look at the laptop. And say, Legs.
What?
I know we never talked about a lot of serious shit, but this, and I'm being a fucking hypocrite considering what I did yesterday, or whatever the fuck that was, but it's not healthy. It's not good for you. So, just, you can talk to me. Like, I'm right here, Legs.
The hell am I even supposed to say?
What you're feeling, what you're thinking. Get it out of you so it doesn't destroy you from the inside out.
What I'm feeling and thinking. That ounce of good that I get, that fucking company takes. That no matter what I have tried to do in my supposedly great career, it's not amounting to a whole hell of a lot because I still keep taking. The last thing I do, every ounce of breath I have left, I'm gonna make him feel every ounce of pain that I have felt since his fucking attack took my lungs.
Well, this time you're not gonna be alone. I'm gonna be helping you every fucking step of the way.
And she finally kind of looks up towards Kaya and is very clearly examining her in a way that she probably has not examined Kaya since Lindis brought her into the apartment for the first time.
Kaya's always been open. It's something you can one glance at her when you meet her. She seems like an open book. So she's being open now. She seems like she's being honest and earnest. But there's a way that she's carrying herself. That there's something that she's to guard. But she's being open, and she says it, and she means every word of she's gonna help Legacy every step of the way with this. So Legacy isn't gonna be alone.
And there's kind of a slight tilt of the head. And then she's quiet for a long moment. And when I tell you that I am not going to be nice, I'm not going to follow the rules that they fucking put in place. I'm going to break everything that I possibly can. You still think you're going to help?
Kind of like looks down at us. Before like looking at the ground, at the shattered laptop. Well, you should know me by now, Legs. The only rules I care about are safety rules to keep all of us safe. And considering all the fuck shit that those fuckers have pulled, break everything they've got. Just, I guess, civilians caught in the crossfire. And if you break something too much, well, that's what we're at, to fix shit if you go too far.
There's a bitter but also kind of yeah, you're probably right type smirk. And Lacey just kind of runs a hand through her hair and takes a breath. And where are you?
What do you mean?
And Legacy just like gestures vaguely towards the room around them. I've been talking. Where are you?
That's not important.
Kaya, roll me a...
Shit.
I'm still here. I'm still DMing, mind you. Kaya, go ahead and roll me a cool check.
Fuck.
And it will already be boosted, so it's 3d6.
Okay. I feel like lately you've been making me roll my dump set a lot.
You've been doing a lot of social stuff recently.
I'm pushing it. You're running into it, so okay. So Legacy asks that, and you deflect. Just, you're fine. It's a rough situation, but you just got to get back up and dust yourself off. And you start to run through the typical thoughts that you use to kind of dust yourself off and keep yourself going. And Legacy gestures around the room, like physically gestures, and you take that brief opportunity and reflexively look as if there might be something there, and there are no windows in this room. There is no looking outside the window. Not from here. But when you look up along the steel walls, not all of which are adorned with images or cabling or something homey that you had hung up, you see a very faint image of yourself in the reflection as the light bounces off part of the steel wall. You see part of your face and your hair. Only the right side of your face. And it's faint. It's very faint. But the slim details you can make out. The one that stands out the most is just how tired your eyes look.
I'm fine, Legs. You don't gotta worry about me, alright?
You say that, and Legacy very slowly turns her head back towards you. And if you've ever seen a "that's bullshit" look in your life, Legacy is 100% wearing that.
She was looking at Legacy. As soon as she sees that look, averts her gaze. Looks away. Takes out like a rag from her pocket and is just like wiping grease from her hand. And looking down, just like, nope, not looking at Legacy. I'm fine. Like, I'm fucking totally fine. You know?
Kaya.
Yeah? What's up?
You destroyed a fire ant helmet like it was a bottle of Coke. Fine people don't do that.
I could. Just know if they didn't fucking deserve it, so.
Legacy snatches the rag out of your hand.
It's a clean rag. She has no grease on her hands.
Snatches out of your... She probably fucking knew that. And just snatches it out of your hands. Take away your fidget toy.
Fuck.
And with all of the fucking venom and false confidence that Legacy as a tiny human being can have standing against a person as tall and as strong as Kaya. Just staring you down from 2 feet down.
What? Can you give me it back? I kind of need that.
You don't get to do that.
Fucking do what? Wipe my hands?
You don't get to sit there and talk to me about how I'm feeling and what I'm going to do and what I'm thinking and sit there and act like nothing is happening.
I'm not acting like nothing's happening.
Offended immediately in her expression. You are saying you're lying.
I'm not. It's just, so what? Alright?
So talk.
Legs, I'll be fine. Alright? I'm concerned about you. You know, you're my fucking priority right now. So don't worry about me.
I'm not a child.
No shit, I know.
Yet you're acting like I am, and you have to be the responsible one.
Legs, I don't think you're a child.
You are just... Legacy turns, hands thrown in the air, starts pacing the shorter distance between Kaya and Wall. You do not get to take this position of I'm fine. You don't get to take the pedestal, the high ground, whatever the fuck you want to call it. As if you're fine, then you didn't give a shit.
Don't fucking say that.
Then don't act like you didn't.
Kaya's just gonna run a hand through her hair, looking visibly frustrated. Just, what the fuck you want me to say, Legs?
Anything.
What?
Anything is what she said.
Oh. What? Do you want me to tell you? Everything? Is that what you fucking want?
She just turns and throws her hands out fucking go ahead.
Fine, you want me to fucking tell you everything? Alright, I'll fucking tell you everything. Alright. What? She holds up her hand, and she looks frustrated, and you can really see the bags under Kaya's eyes as she starts listing things on her fingers. She's like, 1, I can't fucking sleep. I haven't slept. Probably take a half-hour nap every 14 fucking hours. Can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, all I can fucking see is Lynn. 2, pretty sure I can't drive a fucking motorcycle anymore from the fucking crash. 3, I lost one of my best friends. I've only got one of them left. So yeah, you're my priority. Okay? All I can think about is making sure that you're alright and that you stay safe and that you get through the bullshit that we're all about to fucking get into. Alright? 4, pretty sure I fucking relapsed the other fucking night. So, there, fucking... Are you happy? Is that what you want? Do you want to know that I'm a fucking mess? That I'm barely fucking holding it together, Legs?
Legacy's arms kind of slowly fall to her side as you speak. And she gets a little thoughtful. And she kind of nods.
Don't say I didn't fucking care, Legs.
I didn't think that you didn't. You don't get to pretend that you're fine and ask me if I am or not. Don't do that. We can't do that.
Fine. It's all my shit out in the open.
Legacy nods slightly. Do you know how I got these cybernetics?
Talked about an attack when you were a kid.
She nods. When it was the corporate war. It was a Tetsuo attack. And Tetsuo, to make up for it, brought me here. Made me a big show of how humane they were. I'm assuming that's a in-character snort too.
Yes. Yes.
There's kind of a little bitter smile. I spent so long in the hospitals. I had to play the grateful kid to get to what I needed to live. They're part of me now. I don't know what I would do without them, but there's so much I don't know because I have them. And now there's so much more that I'm not going to know because of Tetsuo still. You're not the only one fucked up.
I know. That's why I'm so worried about you. And why I want to talk to you. To help. Try to help you.
I can understand hiding from people. I've done it for so long myself. I understand lying to people. But if you want me to be honest with you, don't do it with me. I can't. Not right now.
Alright. Not gonna lie to you. Alright.
She nods and kind of crosses her arms, and she's wearing the oversized hoodies that she's notorious for, fucking miniature snuggies. But it is very much the cross of arms make yourself small motion. And she just kind of looks around the apartment. Shakes her head. It's too quiet.
Yeah. Can't believe it. You know, when I first moved in, took me a while to get used to lens streams. Thought it was annoying at first. Now can't believe I fucking miss it. All her commentary on what she's playing, her bitching at the lag, even though there was no lag, you made sure of that. All the fucking the music from that dance game she used to play all the time.
Legacy kind of smiles slightly and nods. Hand moving to like the back of her neck and rubbing it there. I know it's not gonna ever be the same, but do you think it's ever gonna feel right?
Honestly, I don't think anything's gonna feel right. It's always gonna be different. And until we can process this, then everything's gonna feel wrong until we can accept that it's different now. And legs, I've got a long way to go until things don't feel wrong all the time.
And she just kind of nods. Do you even want to stay here?
Yes, no, I don't fucking know. I mean, looking around, all I can think of is when she was here, you know? I remember all of us being together, but being here, I can remember what it was like when she was here. If we were to go somewhere else, I'd probably only think about what she could have done if we were there. Would she have liked this? Would she have done that? I don't think the location fucking matters. So, I'd rather stay. At least with this, I can remember all the good times and not just wistfully think of what could have been if we were to go somewhere else.
Lacey gives another small nod and kind of cautiously walks forward a little bit until she's standing in front of Kaya and doesn't meet her gaze at first, seems to again be trying to piece together something in her head. And finally looks up and again takes a moment to kind of examine her face. Not with the... Before, when she was watching you, it was very calculating. This time it's a little bit more just searching.
Kai sips cup of coffee. Looks back. Using the mug Neo got her.
Best mom!
It's waiting.
As you sip your coffee and Legacy read Kaya a bit more intently, the shaders hit their full darkness, and that thin blanket of evening has now become night. And you can see past the station, past the rotating beams with the city lights on them and blinking neon outside on the city streets and other businesses and windows. You'll see out past all of that into the distant far reaches of space. And you can see the stars. And you have this pang of familiarity, a flashbulb memory awakens in your mind. How right about this time you would expect to hear Linda sing her opening theme song, turn on her stream, close her door. You'd see the little light from the underneath portion just eke out just a little bit. And it didn't matter if she stuffed a towel under the door, or if she threw blankets at it, or piled up pillows against it. You'd always hear her commentary on what she was doing. Or you'd hear her talking to her friends as they played a competitive game together. And there is a mix of a bitter pain, but a warmth of fond memory. It is a comfort and an open wound.
Legacy is just kind of seems slightly uncomfortable in the darkening apartment to some extent. And shifts for a moment before she seems to steel herself, and you can almost visibly see her back straighten, kind of shoulders pull back. She's correcting something in her mind. And the kind of air of vulnerability that she had kind of fades into, again, this kind of focus that is very much a legacy with a puzzle. In a puzzle that she is not going to let go. I don't know what he's doing. And I don't know. No, I don't care what the others are going to say. I'm getting her back. He doesn't get to keep her. And she kind of looks up to Kaya again, trying to judge her reaction.
Kaya is looking at Legacy, and hearing Legacy say that, you see her brow furrow a little bit, and she stares down into her coffee mug, almost glaring at it, before she takes a big sip, wipes her mouth at the back of her hand, and says, "It's probably a fucking stupid idea. Probably gonna get us killed."
And there's a very kind of sardonic, morbid kind of flash of a smile on Legacy's face. I've been living on borrowed time anyway.
I'm seeing my luck can be good enough for both of us, right?
Kind of snorts. The others have plans of their own, and I am not going to fault them for that. But I'm getting her back. And I am going to do everything I know how to bring him to his knees.
I'm gonna correct you right there, Legs. Kaya is gonna drink the last sip of her coffee before just shoving it into her fucking tool bag. We are gonna get her back. And we are gonna do everything we can to bring that fucker down. Told ya, I'm with you every fucking step of the way. Even if it's stupid, I'm probably gonna get us killed. I don't give a shit.
And she smiles slightly and kind of looks away. And she's never had an issue with entering people's personal space. Long history of just like deciding you are space heater. Let me lean against you. But she was never particularly huggy with Kaya. That was a Lindis and Legacy are almost same size. They're always like fucking like hugged onto each other for some reason. But she kind of steps a little bit closer and kind of cautiously wraps one arm around your waist in a hug.
Oh, you get hugged back. Full on space heater hug. No half hugs in this fucking household.
The full hug manages to get a full hug back when she sees Kaya didn't fucking reject or push her away.
Hey.
She stays there for a moment, and then there's just kind of that sharp inhale of like, okay, and pulls away and is blinking just a little bit and just shuffles over to the fucking laptop pieces and starts picking them up. And she seems to some extent, have dismissed the conversation in the classic Legacy, okay, I'm done fashion.
Kaya takes a deep breath and stares at the ceiling, blinking furiously. Before taking out her mug. And she's gonna go make a fresh cup of coffee before settling back down on the couch with her project.
You get a very dry little, you'd probably sleep if you didn't drink so much damn coffee. Just under the breath.
Is it loud enough for Kaya to hear?
Probably.
Yeah, well, it doesn't fucking work. Tried it. What's coffee? It's... fucking promises. It's not just coffee.
There's a pause and a look over the shoulder. Are you spiking our coffee?
Kaya looks defeated. Just shame written all over her as she fills up her mug of coffee. She doesn't respond.
Like, she just immediately walking over with like half of a busted laptop in one hand, snatches the cup of coffee, and like it's almost sticks her nose in it. Trying to figure out what the fuck you've done with this coffee.
No, what coffee smells like. But you can just see it, how panicked Kaya is that you took away her cup.
So it is spiked coffee?
She doesn't
Like,
see it.
Go ahead.
Baby.
Sorry, Mr. Amy came to say he's going to sleep.
No, I said we're going to sleep.
Okay. Okay,
There's...
so
Yeah, go ahead.
Kaya is, you gotta take her cup away, and she is freaked out. She you're faster than her, but she tries to lunge for it when you take the cup away.
Fucking fancy footwork dancing away.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah,
But she's
look,
stressed.
you see the shame and anxiety just palpable on Kaya. And even just holding the cup closer to yourself than it was, you get a very, very strong whiff of some kind of liquor of some kind.
Just give me the cup back, Legs.
She's kind of staring at this mug for a second. And leans in and sniffs it again. You see, like, the wrinkle of the nose. Because, again, Legacy drinks, but she drinks very sparingly, for the most part.
Oh, yeah. Legacy would know that she's only really seen, aside from, when everyone at the bar and did rollies and got plastered, she's only seen Kaya drink a beer socially, and, like, one beer a night, whenever they were out at the bar and hanging out with people. She's never really seen Kaya drink before.
You look at this cup and you get a second whiff of it. That smell is still just as strong. This woody, burning smell. And you look at the coffee cup on the inside. This is a relatively new cup. This is almost brand new mug. And it already has the burgeoning brown ringed coffee stains that you would expect from a habitual drinker who is weeks deep into a coffee binge.
The longer she holds the cup, the more anxious and stressed out Kaya gets.
Legacy, still coffee cup in one hand, like laptop screen in the other hand, looks to Kaya and narrows her eyes slightly and lifts the hand with the laptop screen and points at Kaya. And she opens her mouth to say something, seems to think better of it, closes her mouth, and then opens her mouth again. How long were you clean?
How long have we known each other?
Legacy nods slightly.
That plus a month. But just look, it's just coffee. Just give me my cup, please.
My lungs and throat are fucked and fake, not my nose. I'm not going to judge you. But you said we are going to do all of this. And you have to be sharp to actually be of any fucking use to anybody.
Look, I can be fucking useful, alright? I can be useful. Look, I'm fine. Look, you didn't even fucking realize until I told you. Look, I'm fine. Just give me the cup. Please, Legs. Please.
You're panicked.
I'm not fucking panicked. Just I'll be fine. Alright? Look, I'm fine. I can still be useful. Just give me the cup.
And Legacy just kind of holds the cup a little bit closer to herself and furrows her brow. Look me in the eye and tell me that this shit does not affect you in any way, in your abilities in any way. You need to have it back.
Kaya looks you in the eye. And she says, parroting back what Legacy said, of, this doesn't affect me in any fucking way.
And Legacy just kind of sighs, and you can see a little bit of that tightness and control from the start of the conversation that had faded away back on her face. And she just hands the cup over.
Visible relief.
And without a word, she turns back around and starts going to pick up the laptop pieces again.
In the moment that Legacy hands the cup back to you, you feel that instant relief. You reach out and take it and gently lift it from her hand into yours, and in a horrifying moment of clarity, you catch a reflection of just your eyes, just your eye line, in the tip of one of Legacy's metal fingers. And you get a really hard look at yourself for just an instant before Legacy turns around and starts to clean up.
Kaya's gonna look at the cup, look at Legacy walking away, look back at the cup, and it takes her a bit, but she slowly puts it on the counter. She doesn't dump it out. She just puts it down. After catching a look of herself, which I assume looks like a mess.
You can roll me a clever check, just to look and glean something from that brief moment. You even the small image of the reflection that you saw, there is a wellspring of emotion and information that you can feel in the back of your mind starting to surge forward. All of the feelings that you are keeping at bay and doing your best to combat. And just before they hit, just before you have this moment where you start to put everything back into the full light, you close your eyes and blink, and when you open your eyes again, the reflection's gone, and you don't feel that rush of exposure coming. And you set the cup down, and you look at it for a couple seconds. And then you hear a slight beep and the sound of a startup, like a small engine powering up, and a boot sequence that you are now very familiar with. You whip your head around and you see Larry has finished whatever updates and maintenance he was doing, and now he is awake.
It's not logical at all, but Kaya hearing that, she gets in, oh shit, and she turns around real fast. And she knocks the mug into the sink, and the contents just splash into the sink, down the drain. And the mug, thankfully, hopefully didn't break, but oh fuck, it's gone. Oh shit. And Legacy just hear from the kitchen like, fuck, no. Fuck. God fucking. Shit.
Legacy had looked up, kind of glanced over her shoulder at Larry to watch him turn back on and hover, and she pauses for a second, hearing Kaya. And there's a slow breath and a slow return back to finding all the fucking keyboard caps that have popped off this computer and it being crashed against the wall. Busted computer's not gonna work again, but she can salvage.
There's enough there that you can turn it into something useful, to be certain. And Kaya, you lean over the sink, now inspecting the mug. Roll me a percentile die.
Hey.
You pick up the mug, and you turn it over and over. You look at it, examine it as closely as you can. It's a little bit frantic, but you calm yourself down. There's no cracks, it's not broken. Totally intact. And you finish examining it right around the time that you feel a familiar weight and two little metal hands grip the side of your temples as Larry has roosted on top of your head, as he typically does.
Hi, bud.
He just pats the side of your head.
Alright, well... that was the last of it, so... Kai's gonna wash the cup and put it to dry.
Roll me one more clever check. You wash the cup, turn on the water, grab some soap and scrub at it. You get some of the coffee stains out. As you're washing, you get a whiff of the smell of the contents, and there is a shiver that starts from your teeth and goes all the way down your back and out through your toes. As you realize there's no more coffee left to drink in the house.
Air quotes around that.
No more coffee. Just coffee. Okay, he's gonna put the cup to dry. And then, I guess, does Lily leave her head?
He will float along with you.
Okay. She's just gonna walk back to the living room. If Legacy's not done picking up pieces, Kaya will help. No coffee mug in hand.
Legacy's probably picking up the last few, but as you go like reaching for one, she's already kind of shuffling her way towards a little crab walk. She just makes a very clear noise of don't, and just quickly says, I've got it, I'm fine.
Alright. She's gonna retract her hand. She's gonna sit back down on the couch and continue what she's doing. She probably grabbed a bottle of water.
And pick right back up with the bracelets project that you were making. The saving grace.
Mm-hmm.
And you successfully managed to lose yourself in the work. It's almost a sense of zen for you to be so immersed in the hardware that you're able to lose yourself in it without losing a talent that you would bring with you. And as Legacy cleans up the pieces of laptop and salvages what she may, and Kaya finishes up the first of I think that will be where the scene would end.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.